Hello, what's going on, fellow Bitcoiners? Welcome back to another episode of The Gentleman of Crypto, episode 16.
Oh yeah.
I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And we are here to give you your daily update about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and every other crazy thing that's going on in the market today.
It's hump day.
Hump day. Happy hump day.
Hump day.
A lot of good stuff. Overstock. Oh, let's jump right into it. What's going on, Antonio? Thanks for joining.
Before we start, that's actually our winner.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Go ahead and start off. Antonio, thanks for the comment. The security part where we asked, what would you do about a hack, or how would you prevent a hack? And he put some great stuff. Proton Mail, of course, is great. I use it myself. Encrypted email based in Switzerland. Of course, the VPN and two-factor authentication. Those are the big three right there you want to have before you do anything with crypto. But even if you started, you can use it. So thank you, Antonio, for that comment. Bitcoin's on the way today. So make sure when we do it later, same thing, make sure people comment. And what's up, Smitri? How you doing?
So that's a good point. So if he had that good comment, Antonio, appreciate that. For everybody who did the video yesterday or didn't see it, you can go back and look at the comments. You said Antonio was, right?
Yep.
All right, yep. So he was talking about the Proton VPNs, Proton Mail VPNs, and a couple other things. So as far as cybersecurity and what you can do to protect your crypto.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, jumping head first into it. Overstock Exchange.
Overstock. Oh, yeah.
Let's get this.
Yeah. If you've ever heard it, Overstock, you can purchase goods online. One of the biggest retailers, actually one of the first retailers to ever start accepting Bitcoin back in 2015. This was huge news when it came out. I think the first week they did over 100,000 worth of Bitcoin, just like that, and that kind of got the ball rolling with people accepting Bitcoin. But now they're starting their own exchange where ICOs, the regulation behind it, can actually be used because, like I said before, if you have enough money, you can find some regulations and you can get it going. So that's basically what happened with Overstock, and they are listing coins. We don't know which ones yet, but they are listing ICOs. The very first one will be the Science blockchain. If you haven't heard of it, they're using the blockchain in order to make sure that research and development around science is immutable and unchangeable on any blockchain. And they actually just partnered with CivicKey. So
here we go.
The first ICO on the Overstock Exchange partnered with CivicKey.
Finally, they're learning.
So you'll start seeing more like that, in my opinion. A lot of ICOs that need regulation. CivicKey, in my opinion, was the only one that was perfectly done. It was, a tiered system. It was fair. It was open, to everybody, transparent, and they actually had a product. So to me, that was probably the best ICO.
That's probably why it hasn't blown up yet. If you were to let it go, how it normally is, whoever had the most money, get the most stuff, or whoever's willing to spend the most money at least, then I'm sure, some fat cats would already been there and be like, all right, let's go ahead and get this thing moving.
Yeah, exactly.
It's happening organically, so.
Which is perfect. Yeah.
And it's funny, he tweeted it actually back to Deloitte, I think yesterday or today.
Yep.
It was like, basically like, oh, you guys are, trying to do the same thing I'm doing, but, he put a little smiley face on it, like, good luck.
Yeah, good luck, because your infrastructure is old and outdated.
Speaking of old and outdated, we have, so we're not going to do a dinosaur of the day, we're doing a dinosaur disagreement of the day. What's going on with the dinos today?
Well, if you've been watching, we've been putting up dinosaurs of the day. People who still think the old way of doing stuff is going to be the way we do it going forward. But now we have
good people like Smitri. Yeah. Shout out Smitri. You're in here with us.
Oh, yeah. But now these dinosaurs are disagreeing.
They're going back and forth with each other. I love it. Fight.
Because we talked about Jamie Dimon. Civic app is clean, perfect. UX, UI is great. Works just like that. The dinosaurs, Jamie Dimon, of course, he said his piece. And then now, today,
thank you, Nate.
The Wolf of Wall Street, if you've seen the movie,
trendsetter.
Jordan Belfort, he actually agrees with Jamie Dimon. He says he wouldn't put a lot of money into it because it may be a scam. However, if you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, this is a man who is
he's the expert scammer. Like what?
Yeah, so he
pot calling the kettle black. Huh?
Yeah. And I think he didn't actually go as far as Jamie Dimon said stupid and whoever trades it is fired. I think he was saying that if you put a lot of money into it, it could go away completely. And I just think they don't understand it. And you take that compared to the guy Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley guy actually said it's not a fad. Right. Gorman, the CEO, he's like, Bitcoin is not a fad. It has a use case. actually can be used. So now we have dinosaurs disagreeing.
Oh, they're about to start going at it because once again, it's a money grab for them because they really don't care about it long term. They care about getting their money right now. So it's definitely a money grab, and yeah, it's people on both sides of the fence now going at it because they're like, I thought you were with us the same no. And now some other CEOs are like, well, I was with you, but somebody showed me some stuff. I can make my money exactly. Really good. Between him and I forgot the other guy. I'm not sure if I wrote him down. Oh, Fred Wilson. Yeah, Fred Wilson is a dino of the day as well. Only because I had to throw him in there too because I guess he made some money back in in the 90s with the internet thing. Then when the bubble popped, he said he lost 90% of his net worth. So he was like, Bitcoin, is definitely, it's not going to last. It's a bubble, but of course you can buy a lot of money now in it too. But be careful because eventually it's going to pop. So basically, the guy who already lost a lot of his money is trying to tell investors that you'll also lose money doing this, but he doesn't know when. So it's a good idea to buy it, but for not too long, and he doesn't know how much you should put in it. So really, he's just giving.
He's saying nothing.
Yeah, he's not saying anything. He's giving contradictory advice.
Yeah.
But hey, the websites have to keep the articles pumping, so they're gonna let them go.
Yeah.
So,
and I've yet to see them actually take a complete stand against.
Nobody wants to take a complete stand.
Because, they've been wrong. If we go down the list of names of people, I think there is a list on 99 Bitcoins of people who said it was dead. It's like 100, 200 times Bitcoin's been dead, and the people who quoted it, it's too many to name. But now they're being ambiguous. What they say is, yeah, it's a bubble, but you can still make money off of it. It's just it's a bubble one day. What is that? That's like, every market has a bubble at some point.
Right.
It's one of those things where they're just pushing out what they have to make people feel good about themselves, but that's market manipulation, so to say.
So King Trendsetters asks, do we think some coins can get centralized?
Already are.
Yeah, some coins already are centralized, and we were talking about yesterday. They're definitely going to, big banks and governments going to try to centralize more. Speaking of which, Japan. Now I get what they're doing, so I'm not going to give them a hard time. Japan, you've been doing a great job. Please don't lose it. You've been doing an awesome job. Japan's trying to make a J coin to take over their cash currency. Right now, cash circulates in Japan 70%, or 70% of the people use cash instead of digital currency, and not just digital currency as in crypto, but digital currency as in PayPal, Visa, Bank of America, any of that. 70% is people are using cash, whatever. So they want to take their what is the Japanese? Yen. Yeah, they want to take the yen and convert it over to the J coin so they can put everybody on crypto. So for you, King Trendsetter, that's a perfect example of them centralizing it. However, they're doing it specifically just kind of like to merge their dollar or their yen with the money. So
and we're seeing this everywhere.
Right. So I'm not giving them a hard time, but come on now.
It's Japan, Sweden, Estonia. It's a few other countries that have been in discussions. The SDK with Russia and some other ones with China. We've predicted this probably for a year now. We've been saying at some point central governments don't have a choice. As much as people say they have control, they only can do what people will allow them to do. And if the demand gets too high to where it's like nobody wants to use cards and cash anymore, we want to use cryptocurrency, even if it's not completely, if it's enough to move the market, they'll do something about it, and they'll do what they always did.
No, actually, we're not happy about it. It's not innovative. They're actually just copying the technology everybody's already using right now. That's decentralized. So no, I wouldn't invest in that personally because it's centralized.
Yeah, it's centralized, and
I don't want anything centralized.
Yeah, and on top of that, it can be manipulated to the point where everybody who's scared of the one world government, conspiracy where people say they're gonna have coins where they can track everything you do and shut down your account. That's what centralized cryptocurrency is.
Right.
That's what that is. Decentralized, no, because I know people are scared of Bitcoin, but that's the answer to what people think is coming. If they try and centralize the currency where they can track every time you pay for something and it's digital to the point where they can stop it, that is centralized currency. They can inflate it. They can inflate it.
So kind of piggyback on that, right now, at least with cash, they can't track everything you do with cash, and they can freeze your bank accounts, but they can't freeze your wallet. But if it's a centralized cryptocurrency, they can just literally shut down everything, push the red button.
Yeah, this whole group of IP addresses.
Right,
stop.
You're done. You're dead in water.
Oh, you dissent against us? Stop.
Whoa, great word. Speaking of dissenters, I see the project. They're trying to do a good job. I didn't write his name down, but anyway, there's a guy, one of the main guys, I won't even say main. a somewhat popular person in the Bitcoin community is trying to split Bitcoin up again. And we actually call this, I'm not sure we said it publicly, but after the Bitcoin Cash fiasco had happened, we were talking, we were like, people are going to start to split Bitcoin up all the time just because it's a money grab. You can keep doing it.
Just keep doing it.
So anyway, somebody's trying to do it again with Bitcoin Gold. October 25th is the release date. They're planning on it. But I forgot his name, so I should have wrote it down. But he said he wasn't trying to compete with Bitcoin necessarily. He's trying to compete with Bitcoin Cash. He's saying that Bitcoin Gold could be even better. It could decentralize the miners, because we do know miners are somewhat centralized, specifically Bitmain and those types. And so he wants to make Bitcoin Gold, and he wants to make it so anybody can mine it with those GPU processors we talked about yesterday. It kind of goes into that story. The problem with that is if he's going to do it all the GPU processors, there's only 2 companies that really make them. So they're going to actually centralize that market, and it'll be a monopoly in that market over Bitcoin Gold. I don't know, but all I will say, you know, for traders out there, investors, whoever, here's the money grab one. Here's the business side. If Bitcoin Gold does go through, they're saying that you will have the same amount of Bitcoin Gold as you do Bitcoin. If it happens, it's an excellent time to go long when it's released. Get your money very quickly and then short it. And then make more money right now. So you get double the Bitcoin. And when I say go long, I mean go long before it's released, like on the 24th or whatever. That way, boom, you know, you go long times 5, whoever. They release it, you have that many more of the Bitcoin Golds, and then you can either hold it, sell it, do whatever you do, or some people, I'm sure, are going to wait till it gets to its peak, sell some, and short the rest of it on margin again. So it's literally 3 different ways to make money on October 25th if it happens and if you do it right. But again, I'm not professional, you know, financial advisor. This isn't professional advice. This is what I'm thinking about doing.
And Antonio was saying this is getting kind of annoying with the forks. I agree.
Yeah, it is.
But this isn't new. This is probably the 7th time Bitcoin's been forked. I think we got Bitcoin Dark, we got Bitcoin Unlimited, we got Bitcoin Cash, we got, I mean, people are always going to take the original Bitcoin code and then tweak it a little bit that they want to change and then make something new. For one, it's good marketing for you. You put Bitcoin in front of anything, you got some people that'll just buy it. And then for 2, it's a money grab, like we stated before. So it is kind of annoying, but people are getting greedy because they can see, in my opinion, where Bitcoin is going. And in my opinion, 6,000 is very much in sights for this year, and a lot of people are talking about 10,000 early next year. So when that sentiment is around it, of course, people are going. It's a money grab. This is the gold rush. Imagine in the 1840s when everybody heard there was millions of dollars worth of gold in California. That's why so many people out here. It was a desert. It's no reason to come here unless there's a reason to get that money. So yeah, it's annoying, but it's definitely part of human nature.
New York Agreement or another thing.
New York Agreement. Yeah, that's the that to me is one of those things that basically is the opposite of why Bitcoin was created. Bitcoin was, you know, of course, created to take out central banks and to stop the centralization of decisions. But when you got 12 people who meet in a room by themselves to make a decision, that is that is janky. That is exactly what Bitcoin is not. If 12 people can meet in a room and change Bitcoin,
janky to me.
Exactly. That's not. Then Bitcoin's failed. So what I see happening is at the last Bitcoin conference, the big sentiment was nobody wants 2x, and then what I see going forward is when it comes up in discussion, everybody who does support it, they'll be kind of pushed away, kind of how Roger Ver is. Roger Ver got pushed away so much, he want to start his own country.
Yeah, he's about to start his own country. He's like, we don't need you all anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll lessen it. It'll do exactly what it did when Bitcoin Cash came out.
I think it'll be even lesser effect than Bitcoin Cash, because at least Bitcoin Cash had a little bit more support.
Yeah.
Bitcoin Gold doesn't have that much support. Like I said, from a trader's perspective right now, people are looking at it as a money grab. Like I said, there's 3 different ways to make money on this. You can literally, you know, from what I'm looking at, we can go long the day before, like 5 times margin, or if you want to get crazy, go 100 times margin or whatever, and that will be the same amount of free Bitcoin Gold you get. So even if it goes up to say $1 or $2, whatever, that's extra money. You make that money when you feel it's the highest peak. When we feel it's the highest peak, we sell it, and then at the bottom you short it, because you know it's going to eventually drop. Once it hits its peak, you start seeing it come back down, short it, and then you can make your money back that way as well. So that's going long, making money, having Bitcoin that's making money, and then going short that's making money. There's literally 3 different ways to make money on October 25th. So that's if it's released.
Yeah, we have heard. I've heard of the encrypted phone. They've been working on it for about 3 years now. It's a couple projects that are working on that. Actually, there was an ICO for something like that, but I didn't get involved with that one. I actually wanted to work with the company. I forget the name, but yeah, Antonio, there's an encrypted phone coming for cryptocurrencies. I will be lined up like it's an iPhone to get it. As long as it has international coverage, yeah, I'm in there. So yeah.
So what else is going on? Oh, it's craziness. This is craziness right now. I'll just gloss over this real quick because it kind of just goes along with China. They're flexing on their neighbors. But Macau's finance regulator bars banks from the ICO market. So basically they said, in
North Korea?
They basically were like, you guys can't, they don't want ICOs coming to Macau and using Macau banking to flood through money or whatever, which is funny to me because I've been to Macau and it's Las Vegas of Asia. It's Las Vegas, like right outside of China. I think it's like a 30, 45 minute ferry ride. And it's all types of stuff going on there. So for them, once again, but it's ran by traditional people. It's casinos there, there's big banks already, the establishment is there, so they don't want to see the ICO craze touch down there, which to me would be kind of crazy. I would want to see the ICO craze there.
Yeah, it's funny, casinos are stopping it when in reality, they created their own currency before cryptocurrency. Because when you go into a casino, you got to pay money to get their currency with your chips, and then you can increase those chips and then cash it back out. That's nothing but physical cryptocurrency, so to say. So they've already had this system going where they have their own type of money, and basically you're just gonna give it back to them. So that's why they do it. They don't want to see anything digital coming in and mess that up.
Hello, what's going on?
Hold on. Do you mean to tell me that we could? I mean, if a casino comes where they can actually you can have digital chips, or where it's quicker, faster, and you don't have to have the overhead of buying chips and pushing it back and forth. That would probably put a few of them out of business. So I think they're doing what China has done. Oh, we don't want it until they figure it out, and then we do want it, but we need our cut. Sorry.
So China definitely is putting their foot on their throat too. Like, hey, you ain't gonna play ball over here? You still like these casinos, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You still asked about Litecoin and Dash. We still bullish on Litecoin and Dash. Those are good, solid coins right now.
Oh yeah.
Here's another big one. This has already happened before. I think it was BitTorrent did it a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. We covered this, but Showtime. Yes, the Showtime, the television network owned by CBS, 2 of their websites. I say allegedly, even though I've only done minor research, so I'm definitely gonna say allegedly right now. But some of the homework I have done looks like it's the real deal. But Showtime websites allegedly use a secret mining, whatever it's called, software. Excuse me, called Coin Hive, to mine Monero when people went on tour their websites. It was up all weekend. People, we keep telling you, this is why we're calling them dinosaurs. We're not like, it's funny, but on a serious note, they do not know what they're doing in the digital space. Multi-billion-dollar companies don't know what they're doing. So if you went to Showtime's website, you want to go in there, and I think it was like Showtime Anytime. You say you want to check out an old show, do a binge watching session this weekend for 12 hours straight eating ice cream. That entire time, your computer was being used to mine Monero.
Yeah, and if they would have kept it going, when I tried to watch Shameless, when the new season comes out next week, I'll be mining Monero for them all weekend. But
now they didn't know, or people are saying they may have not know about it. These reports are from Gizmodo, and the Register. Right, those are people who reported on it first. They're saying they may have not known about it. Because it is possible, and this to me is even worse. It is possible for a third party to go on Showtime's website and throw on a software, malicious software. You can't even say it's malicious. It's a software they can throw it on, like Coin Hive, and mine Monero and get it sent back to them. And CBS and Showtime have no idea what's even going on.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's probably a developer.
And that may have happened.
It's a developer.
But that's an even bigger problem.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You were saying the dinosaurs. No. The big people at the top, they've heard about it. They don't know the intricacies. I'm pretty sure there's developers at these companies that understand it because we've seen it.
I think so. They caught it. They caught it. So they had to understand it.
So I mean, with government, we had a government employee who was mining Bitcoin on their government computer. We've had FBI agents who've stolen Bitcoin when they got found because they had it stored on their personal computers at work. So to me, there are individual people who are doing things in the crypto space on behalf of their company, backdoor shit, just to do it. And then when they find it out, it's like, oh man, you know, we were doing this, we didn't know about it, and they may not have known about it, but
you're still responsible.
It's still
like that, well, and they're still responsible once again. So
still responsible. Yeah.
Computers are being used to mine Monero. What's the punishment for Showtime CBS? You see what I mean? It's like no one's being held accountable anymore, or at least the small people are. Now, if you're broke, you're definitely gonna be held accountable.
Yeah,
you can't afford that lawyer. Yeah, you're done. But I mean, it's crazy. We are literally hearing a new story every day from supposedly the titans of every industry. Okay, like and if Equifax, if Deloitte, if Showtime, CBS, if all these people are falling. Like, what does that tell you that's coming in the future?
Yeah.
Crypto's here to stay.
Yeah, crypto's coming. Well, it's already here, but it's like I said, people can feel the rise.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the bubble. That's the bubble.
Yeah, especially like we said the other day, when everybody keeps saying it's bearish, which I read so many bearish charts this weekend, I almost laughed myself into just going long just to go against it, but I did it anyway. Because it was like everybody's bearish, it's got to go up, which of course it did. It jumped once over 3,900 overnight, hit 4,100. Not saying that it's I'm not a perma bull, it's gonna go forever, but it's just the defiance of Bitcoin comes because people realize how valuable it is. No matter what your chart says, no matter what
numbers
comes
don't
out,
lie, people.
People are constantly trying to
math. It's mathematics. And then T. Martin was just saying they have all millions of dollars for computer security. Well, that's the thing. I saw somewhere not too long ago. They were like a lot of these companies actually don't hire like cybersecurity experts because they are expensive. These guys aren't cheap. But these companies really think hey, we've been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. Nothing's never happened. They really think they can't get hit.
Yeah.
And of course we know how hackers are. That is like, oh really?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what? Let me clear my schedule and grab me a beer.
Take
like,
8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So they see it as a challenge. So yeah. You know what? I'm going to guarantee. People always want to talk about guarantees. These guys are scared to make guarantees on Bitcoin. I'm going to make a guarantee. I guarantee you within the next, I would say 60 days, be fair, but let's cut it short. Let's go 45 days. We're going to hear of another company. I mean, it's just, at this point, it's like open season on these guys. No one's still hiring cybersecurity experts.
Yeah.
So I am pretty sure, especially getting toward Christmas, holidays, people need that holiday money.
Yeah.
Another company's going to get hit.
Halloween coming, need some candy. Yeah. But yeah, same with Equifax and Antonio. He said, do I think the U.S. government is mining Bitcoin? Personally, no. I think they steal it.
They're gonna take it.
They just take it.
Hey, U.S. government,
they just gangster that shit right.
Listen, they lifting people up like this, like and dropping Sonic coins out their pocket. They're
taking it. I mean, they took what was it?
The BTCE guy.
Well, back BTCE, but back in the Silk Road.
Oh yeah, they did take that.
They auctioned off 30 coins. However, how do we know they only had 30,000 Bitcoins?
Right.
Tim Draper bought it, which is a big investor. He's one of the first investors in PayPal and Amazon, I believe. But he bought it. But how do you know they had 30,000? I think they're just taking it from these exchanges like, yep, we got a bunch. The
U.S. government definitely has Bitcoin left over. Like, come on. We know how we roll, all right? I'm not even about to play that game. We definitely 110% have. How else would they study it? That's the way they can keep it, and, they'll classify the documents, but if they ever come unclassified, all they're going to say is we had to study it, so we had to keep 300,000 of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, FedCoin. Oh, yeah, FedCoin.
Oh, that's coming out. It's going to fail miserably, and we're going to
talk about that.
Sipping champagne laughing.
I mean, Mr. Robot, if you watch it, they were talking about FedCoin.
Everybody can tell me.
Mr. Robot, I mean, they basically put the roadmap out for how it's going to go with corporations, with hackers and corporations. Because I think whoever wrote the show, they saw kind of what I've been seeing for the last couple of years is that anytime a big corporation has competition, they only do what they've always done. The problem is what they've always done involves them taking over by force, but you can't take this over by force. You simply cannot take over the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency network by force. You basically
play ball.
I mean, the fight is right now, like we said before.
We're in World War III. I'm telling you, this is a cyber war right now.
Yeah, and the reason we always smile about it is because after that, it's the join.
As soon as this process is over, we don't know how long it's gonna last. That's the unfortunate thing. But as soon as this process is over, we'll be off to greener pastures.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we should make our own coin.
Yeah, King Trendsetter on I Go Live.
Keep that in mind.
We keep telling y'all, we got some stuff planned. We unrolling stuff slowly. Like we said, first person through the door gets shot. People have already been put in prison. not trying to go there. So we just taking some slow steps.
Yeah, you can't make a computer do what you want by pointing a gun at it.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you gotta confiscate people's Bitcoin, and they're gonna be like, "What Bitcoin?"
So someone just asked a great question. I'm glad you did, because I almost forgot to mention something. Because I didn't write it down. I was gonna let these people breathe, but since you asked, I had to give it to them. They said, "What's going on with the decentralized exchanges? Are they up and running yet? What's going on?" Right now, no. They're not really up. They're not really up and running, at least.
They got roadmaps.
Yeah, it's roadmaps. You do have to remember, like, all of this is new in exchange. So here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem with getting an exchange up. Every country, and then for places like the United States and China and regions and provinces, every country, every state, every locality has different laws and rules and regulations. So to abide by these laws, because in the reality, 2 or 3 years ago, it wouldn't have been a law. Or I would say 3 or 4 years ago, it wouldn't have been law, because this didn't exist, it wasn't real. But now that people are making money, they're saying, well, if you don't have these laws, you can't have it in a state, which is why you're starting to see some exchanges pull out of different states or countries, because they can't go by the laws. And once again, while they're imaginary, the force behind it is real. They will extradite you out of another country. So because of that, these decentralized exchanges are coming out slowly. Now, the reason why I say I'm glad you said something to remind me is because the exchange we covered, I think last week, Cobinhood, that Jamie Foxx promoted for, that I'm pretty sure we came back and told everybody that we found out 40% of the tokens were already pre-mined. You know what? I saw them today. I was going through doing all the research and stuff, and just checking out new articles. And I believe either on CoinDesk or on Cointelegraph, one of the two. Cobinhood has like big ads plastered everywhere. Again, we've already told you, if you start seeing advertisements for these ICOs, and especially a decentralized exchange, you don't need to advertise for that.
Yeah, if it's good.
If it's a good decentralized exchange, like, you can just drop it out the air and make money.
Yeah, like somebody said BitShares is good. Yeah, I can see BitShares doing very well in the next year or two.
Oh yeah. So the fact that I saw that advertisement on them today, the fact that they had to pay Jamie Foxx, and the fact that 40% or so of their tokens are already going to be pre-mined and going straight back to the staff. Yeah, like
they stole it from Robinhood app.
Yeah, and they stole the ideal.
Come on, man.
Come on, yeah.
Cobinhood. Do I think Ripple could ever hit $10? Possibility. I mean, they're the Jamie Hood.
The Jamie Hood.
Their market is big banks making transfers to each other, so their actual,
they can be centralized.
They can be centralized. So yes, I can see it happening if there is, a big move to Ripple from Swift or from these other payment systems. But we'll see.
And the good thing about Ripple too, though, is like, I mean, people, it's 22 cents now?
Yeah.
It did have a big pump rate, don't get me wrong. Ripple pumped like crazy already.
Oh, yeah.
So some people look at it as like, well, I already missed it. But, I mean, just realistically, you can, if you don't have a lot of money, save up $100 in the next, couple months, or whatever, how long it takes, and just put it on Ripple or something. Or if you do have a lot of money, it shouldn't even be a no-brainer. Put $100, $200 on Ripple, and just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then when you read the newspaper one day and you see, boom, you're like, oh, might need to go check that out. So that's a good one. What else is going on? Oh, big news. Big news. It goes along with what I said yesterday, what we've been talking about for weeks now. Colorado governors. I'm not sure if you all saw their, I guess the government elections coming up for governor, state of Colorado. They just had a debate last night, and both candidates, Democrat and Republican, we finally are about to agree on something. They are both for cryptocurrency and expanding that technology.
See, Bitcoin bringing people together.
Bring us together. Yeah. I think we know why, though, because we're talking about Colorado, and they did openly admit it. When it has to do with the medical marijuana, the cannabis industry, they do acknowledge that blockchain is the way to go. Even in the sense of the banking aspects of it, since they can't work with banks directly, since it's illegal technically, federally, or not technically, it is. So both, that was actually one of the questions in the debate, asking their stance on cryptocurrency, blockchain, and all that, and they are for it.
Oh yeah.
I say that to say this: Donald Trump will save Bitcoin. It's at the state level already, people. Yeah. It's at the state level. You have future governors talking about it. There's no way around it. He has to say it. And when he does say it, I hope you are locked in and you are holding. It's going to be a beautiful week. That week's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And I would say, too, with the entire marijuana industry, they were denied so much by banks, because banks, like I said, they work with the government. Yeah. So if you think a private bank, no, they take money from the government. They took bailouts. They have friends that are in the Senate. They run the country. The problem is when an industry like marijuana industry, which has taken years to get established, needs funding. If you turn them away, like banks are like, no, we can't do it because a lot of no, we can't. And then cryptocurrencies, and then cryptocurrencies show up. People with 50.
And guess what, guys?
Somebody with 10, 50 to 50 bitcoins could show up and invest in almost an entire block of dispensaries if the price, hits 5,000, 10,000, whatever. So you got regular people that can invest with cryptocurrency in the marijuana. You invest in what you actually want, and then they can put out more of a product. Man, I mean, it's the banker's fault. Like I said, they're gonna eat themselves because they only can do what they've always done. Cryptocurrency is flexible. You can use for anything. You can unite Democrats and Republicans. You can separate marijuana people from non-marijuana. It's flexible. It can do everything, and that's why I'm glad when they had the debate they brought it up. You'll probably see it in the next presidential debate.
Oh, it has to. You're going to have to talk about it.
Or any race. You have to talk about it. You have to bring it up.
T Martin just said, we moving to Colorado? Hey, yes. We're about to get these skis, snowboards, like, we're about to get this log cabin up there, this I don't think, can we drive our Bitcoin Lambos in Colorado? Is the weather good?
Yeah.
Blockchains and marijuana sounds beautiful.
Absolutely. And I actually seen a few people popping up with the, Tokes and dope coin and all these coins.
Yeah, somebody just said Paragon Coin would do well. I think you missed one of our videos already, and we didn't go in detail. But after the video, I started looking at it again because somebody said that actually Paragon, the person who knows about crypto was the husband. After looking at Paragon, after seeing all the advertising they're doing, just like Cobbin Hood, if it works out, I will be surprised. Yeah. But right now, it is looking like the biggest money grab.
Pump and dump.
Pump and dump. Listen, we won't go into it. The CEO is a model. I heard her husband knows a lot about crypto, but he has some possibly shady things in the past already, which is why she's the front man. And I've seen some of her music videos that are very interesting. You can find them. I think they took them down on YouTube, but if you search hard enough, you can find some of the videos of her. And I am not investing. No, I wouldn't invest with that company personally. Just not happening.
It's just a lot of people popping up with a white paper and a couple of developers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, get on because we can buy weed with Paragon Coin."
Plus, it's coins that's already been doing. So like the Paragon, even if it wasn't Paragon Coin, and I'll just be unbiased, even if it wasn't them, that project will take so many years to accomplish. Like Bitcoins, they said. The marijuana, the cannabis industry is just now coming along the last couple of years. So, and I know they're not directly selling marijuana and stuff, but just to adopt the infrastructure for it, that's going to take so much work, and you need experts back there. Like, you need expert business people. You need expert people in the cannabis industry. It's like everything about it, you can't miss a step. You need expert people in the law, lawyers and stuff, accountants. There's so much stuff that goes into it. So. I don't think, for me personally, that's the team I will invest in. So
yeah, I'm good on that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We got anything else today?
That's all for today.
What are we doing for the free Bitcoin?
For the free Bitcoin, let's see. What politician would you like to see accepting cryptocurrency?
Here we go.
There's a few. There's one in New Hampshire. Rand and Ron Paul. They accept cryptocurrency for donations. There's another one. Those in Colorado. There's another one in Vermont. The names are fleeing me, but these are smaller politicians, legislators. But which one? And whoever you put on there, write them a letter. Tell them, hey, accept cryptocurrency because I'm from Charlotte.
Somebody just looked up the Paragon Coin CEO. And to answer you, Antonio, yes, you can. Every day we give away free Bitcoin. Whoever has the best answer, the first one. Sometimes I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you.
So you from Charlotte?
Yeah, from Charlotte. There was a few politicians I actually spoke with about Bitcoin. They were running, and I told them that they could accept it as donations. And
Bitcoin.
They didn't believe me. They didn't know it was possible. And then here we are 2 years later, and we're having public debates on it on stage. So hopefully they don't call me because I would laugh in their face.
We just skipped a whole level too. We went straight up to the top.
Yeah, I was talking to local city council and one of the guys was running for mayor recently. But
when you have governors talking about it, like I said, the president's gonna have to say something. Future governors are talking about it.
And when he does, like I said, we may go live that instant. Like
we really will.
We're going live right now just so we can see what happens and watch the market. But yeah,
I wouldn't doubt, only because I see how he is as far as with the establishment. It wouldn't surprise me if he came out and was like he was down again. Like almost like a Jamie Diamond Demon. You all know I don't know his name.
Bitcoin's for North Korea.
Right? Yeah.
Use Bitcoin,
exactly.
You're terrorists.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see him do that. But here's the thing: I don't think that will affect the price because his constituents, his main user base or whatever you call them. I'm having a brain freeze today, people. I'm tired. But the main people who follow you, like the people in Alabama he want to go talk to, they're not buying Bitcoin.
Yeah,
like,
everybody does the opposite of what he says anyway. So I hope he comes out and is like, yeah, you should use Bitcoin. Because it's not good.
That's what I'm saying. It won't even drop.
Yeah, like it's not good. I bet she's going to say it's not good for banks.
It's definitely not good.
And if people going to be like, it's not good for banks, then perfect. I'm going to definitely get some Bitcoin now and then, boom.
And not even him. I don't think any president, honestly, I don't think any president would come out and be like, oh yeah, get the Bitcoin. Like not their first run through. Maybe 6 months later when he see how high the price goes after he says not to get it, then he'll come back around and be like, yeah, we took we revisited it. We got this, like I said, we got this Fed coin. We actually wanted to institute into law, and then from that point, that'll be the final battle. We're going to see who's going to go with the centralized version and who's going to be grown-ups and come out here and play with the big kids.
Oh yeah, he is controlled by a bunch of dinosaurs. Yeah. All
right, so free Bitcoin one more time.
Make sure you. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what politician would you like to see accept cryptocurrency? Make sure you put your public address. We'll have a discussion on YouTube, see which one's the best, and I'll make sure we send that free Bitcoin. So,
all right, you can follow us at Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO, Facebook, Twitter, the Instagram picture I still haven't updated. I'll get to it.
That's like a part of our legend.
Of course, right. Of course, subscribe. Actually, our last Instagram stuff is the Civic Key ICO stuff, so it's a good one just to leave it on. People come check it out. But yeah, and then of course I go live. You can check me out at kingbless.com until we get our official channel up and running. And have a great day. Make sure you like, share, and all that. Get other people into the crypto game. Make sure they can be informed as well. Have a good one.
Oh yeah.